Yeah, cream of the crop, Devil Dog Gaming. Step into it.
Hello everybody, it's me and I'm back with another game review. This time I'm reviewing a game I've been waiting for quite a long time. The Outer Worlds has finally arrived. So, is Outer Worlds an actually good game? Is this the Fallout game we should have gotten years ago? Hey, Bethesda, it just works! Well, stay tuned to my review to find out. Hello everybody, it's me, Nate, aka Devil Dog, and I'm back with another game review. This time I'm reviewing The Outer Worlds. It was developed by Obsidian Entertainment and was published by Private Division and was released on October 25th of 2019 on the PlayStation 4, the Xbox One, and PC. But don't worry people, the Nintendo Switch version is coming soon. Basically, this is a single-player, first-person action role-player game where I'm not going to spoil the overall plot of this game because it's got a really good one. But let's just say doing some stuff in the past with certain presidents led to the future to where these giant mega corporations are able to go around and own and colonize and terraform planets. And the story starts off with your ship that you're on that goes astray and lost for over 70 years and is pretty much just abandoned out on the edge of space. At that point, a certain individual shows up and rescues your character, and it goes into your custom character creator mode where you actually go and build your character. Now, it isn't the most robust in terms of a character creator, but it gives you more than enough ability to make a male-female character to where they look absolutely beautiful or horrendous. I mean, it does give you a lot of different options, hairstyles, facial figurations with noses, cheeks, eyes, skin colors, freckles, and stuff like that, to where you are able to actually make a fairly decent character. So the character creation is pretty damn good right there. Now, as you play this game, there's so many different stats and perks that you get, because as you go and you level up, you'll get points that you can use for skills. And of course, with that, it allows for massive different choices, considering a lot of your skill set each has 3 different categories in them, and it'll give you perks for you and also your companions. Now, you got to be careful too, because let's say you pick, you want to have a high lock picking rate or something, and if you fail on a high level lockpick, it can actually give you a detriment. You can actually get a flaw to your character, a debuff, so to say, which is kind of cool as well. But I didn't notice anything that was really that difficult in figuring this out. I love the fact of the sheer amount of stats that you have, that you can custom create and custom tailor your own character's build to any way you want. If you want to be a beast guy that just goes out guns a-blazing, you can. If you want to be the sneaky sort of guy that can, sneak up on people, you can. If you want to be like me, I'm making my guy out to be a kind of a jerk, a liar, to where I'm really, really good at lying and manipulating people, to where not only can I lie to people and they believe me, but I can actually, I wouldn't say brainwash them, but I can actually get them to turn against their own people and kill them for me. It's actually really robust, and the sheer amount of different choices you're allowed to do in this game really makes it to where you can have a lot of variety in terms of what character you create, what you want to do with them. I absolutely love the amount of detail that it actually has in here. Now, the other thing about this game, hands down, is it's got really, really good writing. It's got a ton of dialogue, and honestly, the sheer robustness of the overall arching plot that they have in this game, and the great writing of all the characters, it's kind of a morbid, really dark, sick, twisted story. If you think about it, where it's about mega corporations and they own everything. They even look at people as property. So they're like, oh, look, there's that property. They're going to be mad. And it's really morbidly bad to think of how far in this game it shows where mega corporations can actually be. Wink, wink. But it does a fantastic job with each and every character having a very, very good, well-defined personality in the terms of what they say, how they react, and plus, I have had it to where I've lied to people. And then I forgot I said a certain thing to them. And then like 10 plus hours down the road when I talk to this character again, they catch me on the lie. And then they don't like me for a while. And I had to make amends with them. And I thought that was fantastic. It does seem to actually have a really, really good, well-designed system in place to where your decisions do actually change the story and do matter. I really love it. Now, on top of that, since it's actually called The Outer Worlds, you're not just on one world. And that, hands down, is one of the best things about this game, is you get to go to several worlds on your quest, and each and every one of these worlds looks drastically different. Even though most of them have been terraformed in one way or another, they all have the different creatures on them, the different trees, the different flora and the fauna, and the overall art style of this game is beautiful. Now, if you don't like vibrant, bright colors, almost like No Man's Sky, just pay attention to the fact that this is not a drab and dreary game. It's got drab and dreary stuff in it, but for the most part, it is visually beautiful in terms of the skies, the Milky Ways, the rocks, the plant life, the overall world design is phenomenal. I absolutely love it. And honestly, it doesn't seem like it's one giant, huge game world. It seems like it's almost like a centralized hub with these big areas. Don't get me wrong. They're not small areas. They're still like mini worlds of their own. And these areas you go out onto are friggin' enormous in their own right. And you combine that together, and it actually makes the game, even though I can tell this isn't a giant piece of open world, it makes it seem more realistic. I like that. You don't have to have a 5 million square mile piece of ground that you travel to make it seem like a real game world, and this is the way you can actually do that very well. Now, as you go through the story, you acquire and fix your own ship that allows you to travel to different worlds, and you assemble your own ragtag bunch of companions that go on your quest along with you. The best way to really describe this game is it really is honestly like New Vegas combined with the TV show Firefly. I mean, if it has all the best aspects of Fallout New Vegas, and the art style and just the characters and everything remind me of the show Firefly, and that really just makes it even sweeter in terms of just the overall fun factor you're going to have with this game. And the other thing I noticed is when this game released, it has no microtransactions, no loot boxes, or any special versions. You can go and you can pick up the game, a physical or digital release, and everybody gets the same game. It's none of that crap like, hey, if you buy our Uber Gold Super Mega Edition, you'll get it 2 days early. But if you buy the Super Platinum Edition, you'll get these new skins for the main character. No! Everybody gets the same damn game, and it is a normal priced game. It is a $60 game, and it's actually worth the dang price. Now, the other thing is the gunplay in this game is buttery smooth and great. You can tell they took their time with this title, and it shows. They put their heart and soul into this and made a good game that's complete. That's hardly any bugs. I haven't come across the single bugs. I've been playing this game for over 65 hours now. I mean, honestly. Now, since this is almost like a modern day take or a reimagining, so to say, of a good Fallout game, it does come with your standard issue gunplay mechanics. All the guns are very weighty and punchy. They feel correct. There's a huge variety of them. I wouldn't say this is like a loot fest, but you're constantly getting new guns, new weapons, and new items. And it does have its form of VATS in it. A way better version. It's almost like a bullet time, honestly. You get the slow-mo ability that your character gets pretty early on, involving a glitch when you're cryo-froze for that long is how they're playing it off. But as you upgrade your slow-mo ability, which you can trigger with a button that slows down time that allows you to target enemies easier, as you upgrade it, you can actually target individual body parts, which will affect the enemies in multiple ways. Like you shoot them in their eyes, it'll blind them and make it to where they can't see to shoot correctly. correctly. If you shoot them in their arms or legs, naturally, it'll make it where they can't walk or they can't shoot with those arms or legs, which is fantastic. And I've even had it with my character that I leveled up with his ability for charisma and lying. I've had it to where I've had enemies out in the field and robots out in the field that I could actually convince to turn against their people and attack them instead of me, which I thought was friggin' great. Now, this game does have a lot of items you pick up, computer hacking, and also lock picking, but it's done a lot better. There's no little mini game with the computer hacking or the lock picking. You just need to have the proper materials on hand to be able to do it. And you just hold the button down, boom, and it's done. So I love that as well. It's simplified. It might have been nice to maybe have like a little mini game there, but I am not complaining at all with that. Now, this game features some of the best multi-branching story involving different factions, and what your decisions do actually change how they will react to you, how they treat you, and everything throughout the story. And I love that as well. It's done way better than most other games out there. Now, like I said earlier on, you also get a ragtag group of ship members that'll join you, and each of those characters you'll find are very well written and have great characters. I mean, their characterization, their personalities are all fantastic, and you learn a lot of them are really likable characters that you actually want to root for. And there's several parts in this game where you can actually help them out with their personal dilemmas, which makes it seem all the better game when you have your companions with you. You actually end up liking these companions. I mean, honestly, and they all have their own special moves and stuff that you can control with the plus pad on the PS4 to actually send them out when they're with you. And you can have 2 of them out with you at a time. Then the rest pretty much will hang out in your ship and do other stuff as well. The only bad thing I have to say about this game is it does feature weapon degradation. I'm not a fan of games that actually have it where your guns actually break over time. Fortunately, you're constantly getting enough parts that you can get from other weapons that you can break down, where you can fix the weapons that you like, or you're constantly getting newer weapons to where it doesn't seem to be an issue. It's not nowhere near as bad as, say, Breath of the Wild, but it is noticeable enough to where I had it a couple times in a firefight where I did have to switch a weapon because I forgot to fix my weapon because it had broke on me. But it wasn't hard to fix, and it wasn't hard to just switch to a different weapon. I don't like games that feature that weapons breaking, and this one's, fortunately, it's not like painfully bad in terms of how frequent it does happen, but it's just something you'll have to pay attention to through your adventure. Now, the other thing I forgot to say was each of your skill sets each has 3 different categories in it as well. And, then on top of that, the ability, it also gives you special perks for you and your companions. Hands down, I'm having a blast with this game. This is a fantastic game to show, hey, AAA publishers, look, not only can you make a full-fledged single-player, non-online, non-live services game, not only can you make a good game that actually seems to be rather bug-free other than the bugs you kill in it. It has great writing. The length is fantastic. There's no special editions. It's just a full game, people. This is why I love video games in general. When a game company puts their blood, their sweat, their tears, their heart and soul into something that they love, and they make a good, complete product, and they only charge you once for it. I would have no problems in the future if Obsidian Entertainment decides to make some sort of add-on DLC for this game. I would happily give them my money for it because this is the correct way you make a game in this modern day. This is how you do it, people. You make a game that is the full game. None of this cut out, shoehorned in bullcrap. None of these paywalls. Make a great quality game that plays fun, looks beautiful, and is well worth the money. Hands down, if you were ever a fan of the original Fallout series, or if you were a fan of New Vegas, go out there and get The Outer Worlds. This is a fantastic game. I am so glad it turned out better than I expected. It's got charm, it's got smoothness, it's got great gameplay, it's got stats out the ass in terms of every little decision you can make. I cannot say anything higher than the fact that this is a definite must-buy on day one. Don't even waste on renting it. If you like the Fallout games before they got bad and you loved Fallout New Vegas, get your ass out there to the store and pick up your copy of The Outer Worlds today. I'm having a blast with this, and I know you will too. This was Nate, aka Devil Dog. I want to thank each and every one of you for watching this video. Hit the bell icon to stay updated whenever I release any new videos. Hit the thumbs up if you like this video. Leave in the comments below if you are playing The Outer Worlds or if you plan on it and what you think of this title. And remember, I always end my videos by saying, have fun, play hard, and remember people, the devil is in the details. Peace out.